sponsor, and allowing us to have this lovely room. So thank you, Capital Factory. Also, if you parked in the garage downstairs, Emily Hyatt, who's our coordinator, and thank you to her, I love her, she will give you a discount. You know, she'll stamp it, and you only have to pay $8. So I hope I remember to do that afterwards. Anyways, I'm going to introduce our speaker. He's the best. So he wrote something and I wrote something, and it's no longer there. So I'm going to wing it. Zachariah Stratford, I met him in January. He had his own meetup, AI for the Entrepreneur. When I met him, he just like opened my world. I met all these wonderful people, Andrew, Ryan, I didn't meet Evan, but you know, all these AI people, and he just pushed me down the rabbit hole, and I have been AI obsessed ever since, to become an expert, to be like him. He is such an amazing teacher and has so much knowledge. He has been an early adapter of AI, so if anybody wants to know anything, he's the man. So now I'm going to read his intro. So thank you. And, oh, one other thing. It's his birthday! Happy birthday! So, we don't ask.
34.
So, Zachariah is known for helping publish over 100,000 different titles at thebookpatch.com. His multiple best-selling books and helping entrepreneurs write best-selling book and scale their businesses using AI. These all help his mission to get people to finally publish their story that's been locked in their heads for years. He has spent the 2 years deep in AI to extract what truly matters and what you truly need to create, and operate a thriving business using AI, and now he's here to share that with you. Please help me welcome my friend and AI writing expert, Zachariah Stratford. Yay! Come on! Woo!
Thank you. Oh, I don't know what happened immediately here.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're kidding.
We'll figure it out.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, well. There we go.
Cool.
Woo!
What's up, everyone?
Let's go! Woo!
This is awesome. It's good to be back. My girlfriend and I just got back to Austin. We've been traveling the last 6 months, so we spent a few months in Mexico, a few months in Costa Rica, and now we're back in Austin for a few months. So it's been a wild ride, but yeah, we started doing these AI for Entrepreneur meetup groups. I think some of you might have come from that. Some of you might have seen the one that Sharon did for Capital Factory. So no, it's really great to be back. It's bringing back a lot of good memories too. So yeah, thanks for being here today. There's so much like crazy shit happening with AI. Can I, it's okay if I cuss, right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Nobody's,
And it's like, it can be so overwhelming. So every time I do a speech here, I'm always trying to bring in the latest or talk concepts or, right? It's like, and what I love about these meetups as well is that you guys bring so much to the table as well. And so I've learned so much just from putting these on and speaking at them. Everyone sometimes has a new tool or a new solution to some other problem. So I love if you guys actively engage to throw out ideas, right? Talk, we'll get into AI. Someone will start their book today as well. So should be a lot of fun. And I'll talk like AI and books, but also what's changing in publishing as well. So we'll hop right into it. So this talk is how to build a 7-figure business from an AI-assisted book, right? Obviously, AI is new, right? So what I'm taking is old publishing concepts and throwing in kind of what's the latest and greatest with AI. So my first book, called Publish with Jarvis, it was how I started this process of writing a book with AI. It was like early AI. Who remembers when Jasper was conversion.ai? Anyone here? Okay, it was like really early on before Jasper was a billion-dollar company. They started with conversion AI and they were literally just writing paragraphs. And I was like, I saw it then and I was like, oh shit, we can write entire books with it. And it was a freaking nightmare and really, really hard to do. But I started with that process of just being able to write 1 or 2 paragraphs, and how can we take that process and write an entire book. So last year I helped with that process, helped publish over 50 books. My second book was again last year, and it was completely unlisted, and I just sold through my own funnel, and we sold thousands of copies of that. And then my third book was Brain Dump Method earlier this year, and I literally wrote it from one of my TikTok videos, wrote it, published it, did the audiobook, published that in 24 hours, and then got it to bestseller in 48 hours. So I just wanted to prove that if you have an idea, you can get it out there, get it done quickly, and make something of it. I don't know why it keeps jerking around like that. Okay, my background is in publishing, so I was the CEO of a company called The Book Patch, and I took that company in a year and a half. I took it from 60,000 published titles to over 100,000 published titles. And that was a monumental effort in customer service, customer support, but also learning publishing and really what it takes to not just write a book, but get past all the hurdles of like writer's block, of people with imposter syndrome, and all of those things to really do what it takes to publish a book. So I've seen just about every book you can imagine, terrible, really amazing, and in between. So today is, I'm sweating, it's been a little bit since I was nervous. Okay, today is my birthday, I'm 34 today. For those of you who make it to the end, right, my promise to you today is my birthday will now be your birthday, which just means I have something special for everyone at the end. So, or maybe the birthday for your business, I don't know, we can get cheesy with it, it's fine. So why write a book? Right? The first point, and probably really relevant for everyone here, if you're telling people you're an expert at something without having a book, it's kind of like being a plumber without tools, right? Or a painter without a toothbrush. Or without a toothbrush? No, a painter without a brush, or a gym bro without, spaghetti tanks, okay? It's hard to believe. And when people see that you have a book, something immediately levels you up in their mind, right? Your authority immediately goes through the roof. I was talking with a guy back there about solar. He's talking about starting a solar business, and I was like, write a book on solar to be that guy in solar, right? That's what a book gives you the ability to do, to be that person or that guy or that woman in a specific industry, okay? So that's the main reason, right? Why most people come to me to write books, and I specifically write nonfiction, some creative nonfiction, but for entrepreneurs looking to expand their brand. Okay, and the truth about being a one-book millionaire is no one makes millions of dollars selling books, right? If your plan here today was to sell, make $2 on every book sale and sell hundreds of thousands of books, it's very, very rare that actually happens. So what do we do from there? Well, right now we're using books as the catalyst for your high ticket offers, right? That's the easiest way to go, and that's what I'm going to be going over today. But everyone who wants to be a millionaire definitely needs to have one. If you look at just any entrepreneur, right, they all have books. It's kind of the standard now. So some examples, right? What's the first thing presidents do when they get out of office? They write a book, right? Mel Robbins, the #1 sought after speaker in America right now, started with a book. Started with a TED Talk as well. Simon Sinek, another crowd favorite, right? Wrote his book, Start With Why, right? If you listen to his TED Talk, you don't need to read his book. They're the same thing. It's because he built a framework for his book, right? And then he used that and he's expanded it out in a TED Talk, right? And made millions in coaching programs and in speaking gigs and conferences and everything else that he does, right? He's making his millions from the thing around his books, I mean, I'm sure he does pretty well just from the sales of his books, but the most money he's making is from like book adjacent products. But let's say you're in tech. There's a lot of tech people here today, right? Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels, okay? He's got many books. He's got a new one coming out very soon, right? He's quoted by saying books were the linchpin to get people into ClickFunnels. We're the biggest attractor, right? And he's doing events and everything else. So it's not specifically just if you're a coach or an entrepreneur. Alex Hormozy, kind of the king of the game right now, right? The king. I love Alex Hormozy. He's dope. Yeah. He was already a millionaire from Gym Launch. What did he have? He wrote a book. What does that look like? Looks really similar to these books. Ooh, right? Wrote a book called Gym Launch Secrets. Right? He was already a millionaire, but what truly made him a household name? Right? It was $100 million offers that he wrote. Has anyone read that book?
Not yet.
Amazing fucking book. If you haven't read it, get it. It's required reading for anyone that works with me that's developing an offer and we're launching their book to bestseller. I make it required that they have to develop the offer around what he teaches, right? And everyone knows now Hormozy style reels, right? Hormozy style, I want to do Hormozy style reels, right? That's kind of the talking head with the memes and the captions and everything. And then his latest book, $100 Million Leads, which was probably one of the biggest book launches ever, right? For a nonfiction book. Did anyone see his live event? Yeah. Wasn't it insane?
Yeah, you can get in too.
It was nuts. So, latest book, $100 Million Leads, right? He sold 23,000 books in 20 minutes. That's fucking nuts, right? Sold 75,000 copies during the event as a whole. It was a 90-minute live event. If you guys want to it's on YouTube. You can go watch it right now. It's the system he uses is called the Perfect Webinar. It's actually developed by Russell Brunson. But it's a master class in putting on a live event to sell a product. If you're selling any products in here, it's truly a master class. It was spectacular. But like I said, 150,000 people on Zooms, right, across the country in one live event, 90-minute event on a Saturday. But most of us aren't Alex Hormozy and have the millions of dollars to develop that. I think he spent over $1 million and over 2 years writing the book. It was not an AI assisted book. But your book plus your expertise is truly the 1-2 punch for a knockout in your business, right? And we'll get into this today, and I really like to stick to that too, is your book plus your expertise. Right. I don't work with, gosh darn it, Sharon. No. I don't work with anyone that's not already an expert. It's not fun to write a book where they don't know what they're talking about and I'm trying to make them look like an expert. There's always a level of, you could write a book as like you're sharing information. Tim Ferriss did this with Tools for Titans, right? He said, hey, this is the best of what people have told me, and I'm kind of compiling that into a book. But really, you want to write a book on something that you're an expert about. So why haven't you written your book? Has anyone wanted to write a book and hasn't? Okay, what's the reason why?
I haven't.
Yeah, why haven't you written your book?
Time.
Yeah, anyone else?
Focus.
Okay. Anyone else? No? Yeah, because it's a pain in the ass, right? Time, focus, it's emotionally draining, right? It takes a lot. It feels like it never gets done. You've started and stopped 1 million times. How many people have done that? Yeah. You doubt yourself, imposter syndrome, right? You question if what you're saying is even good. But there is another way, and that's the One Book Millionaire system. Right? So at One Book Millionaire, we use AI. We leverage AI for your book, your marketing, and your systems. Okay. And most people truly don't understand the power of AI and what AI can do for you. So, who wants me to write their book right now? And not you.
No, not me.
Anyone want me to write their book? You come up and we'll start your book right now. Or has a book idea in mind. Anyone?
Come on.
Come on.
So this way he can show you how to do it all. That's
Yeah.
the whole point of the
Yeah.
presentation. So,
Anyone have a book idea in mind? Okay, come on up. What's your name again?
Sujo.
Joe, Sujo.
S-A-J-O.
All right, everyone give Sujo a hand. Great. So, okay, tell me a little bit about your book idea.
Okay. So the idea of the book is how to take care of your parents as they age. Because
Okay.
it's going to become a burden for all of us as we go through life.
Okay, okay, let's do it. How to take care of your parents as they age. I love that. That's awesome. Okay, so I didn't know Sujo before this. We didn't practice this. I'm going to show you guys that it's easy to write a book. It can be done. So yeah, let's start. Okay, so these are prompts that I developed and I've been working on the last 2 years. I'll give everyone access to these prompts as well. I forgot to put in a QR code. I will do that though for everyone here. Or maybe Sharon will figure out how to get everyone these prompts as well so you can start writing your book. But I've been working on these for 2 years, right? And it's really breaking down the process of exactly how to write a nonfiction book. So there's best practices for nonfiction books. I've developed these, worked on these, right, and turned it into a simple process we can use with AI. So I'm going to go over that now.
Okay.
The thing I always start with, right, and this is kind of best practice for AI as well, is when you're writing, right, you want to know 4 things. Sharon will know this because I've hammered this into her head for months and months and months and months and months, right? Lots of people say, oh, when I use ChatGPT, it doesn't sound like me, or it sounds like shit, right? Has anyone experienced that? Sounds boring, basic, right? The copy is bad, right? Well, the way I see it is garbage in, garbage out, right? I've seen some of the best writing with AI. So what we do, I actually worked with a guy named John Benson, who's a $1 billion copywriter, on how to get AI to write really good copy that he can use. And so this is what I found with. So I always start with 4 things: your avatar, your niche, your primary goal, and your tone. If you know those 4 things, you can write amazing copy with AI, okay? You can write almost an entire book. So avatar is the person you are writing this book for. So tell me about the person that's going to buy this book.
So the person who's going to buy this book is the parents of younger children that have reached the age of 60 and above. And for most of them, they'll all suffer from 1 or 2 chronic diseases.
Okay, hang on. I'm a little slow. Reach the age of 60 or above. Okay.
And have some chronic disease.
And have some chronic disease. Okay, what do they struggle with?
So what they struggle with is they are reaching the point in their life where they're not really interested in spending time on the medical part of their life because they've reached that next point and they want to enjoy the rest of life.
Okay, they're reaching the point of not wanting to spend time
On the medical aspects of life.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
But their health is really critical for longevity.
Okay. Their health is really critical. I love that you are very clear. Longevity. Spelled that wrong. Okay, cool. The niche that you are writing in. So this would be like if you were to list it on Amazon, what would the category be?
That's a good question.
Or if you were talking about this, what would you say the category is the book in? Is it an elderly care? Not like hospice or anything?
No, not like hospice or anything. It's kind of going to have an upbeat tone, right? So it's about the older person enjoying the fullest amount of their life.
Okay.
Is it inspirational in a way?
Could be, yeah.
Self-helpy
Okay.
in a way?
Inspirational.
Or
Right.
health.
Okay.
Health, yeah.
Self-help. Okay. Health, 60 plus health,
All right, yeah.
right? 60 plus, or is it later than that?
No, it's
70
60 plus,
60
yeah,
plus
right.
health. Okay. Senior care, senior health.
Yeah, health, right.
Okay. Fitness at all or no?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Senior health, fitness. Let's try it. Okay. And what is this avatar, this person reading the book? What do they want more than anything? That's the primary goal.
Primary goal, I think, for them is for their parents to be safe and stay with them for a longer period of life.
Okay, so this is, okay, so the person that you're writing this book for is the children of
Of
older
parents,
parents,
right.
okay? Is the child of a senior,
Right.
correct? Okay. Okay, so we'll just get a little clearer. This senior and parent, right, has reached the age, okay, of 60 plus or above and has a chronic disease, right?
Right.
Okay, has some chronic disease. They're struggling. The children, and then the children are struggling with the care. The child,
Correct.
okay. With a care for their parent. The parent is struggling with, okay, we'll just clean this up a little bit here, with reaching the point of not wanting to spend time on the medical aspects of life, but enjoyment, right? Okay. Okay, but their health, perfect. Okay, so niche, and then the primary goal, we'll go through that one more time, is for what?
The primary goal is for them to be able to enjoy their grandkids while they're still alive.
The parent is to enjoy their grandkids while they're,
So that's from the parent side, and from the children's side is you don't want that 2 a.m. phone call
the child.
that something happened or they fell.
Okay, the child's primary goal is they don't want the 2 a.m. phone call, right? That something has happened. That something has happened.
Right.
You want to help extend out the lifespan?
And
They want to be able to predict that before.
No.
in an emergency. They want to predict
Or get an early
and
warning.
expand their parents' lives.
Correct.
Okay, their parents' lifespan. Got it. Okay, and then the tone. So tone, guys, is really, really important. Again, this is critical throughout the entire book, right? So, I won't get into tone super deep. I go very deep into tone, looking at modeling, right? Other authors that you want to model, influencers that you want to model, getting that tone really critically right will help getting the book or any writing to sound more like you. So, how do you want to speak in this book? You can speak in the style of Tony Robbins, speak in the style of Russell Brunson, Alex Hormozy, or you can say speak in the style of, an older gentleman that has seen it all, has helped his parents through things, right? It's up to you.
Yeah, I think it's more on that side, on the older side, but inspirational in a way. I can't think of a person. Or someone else has an idea.
Is inspirational, okay? Has helped his parents go through the same process.
Right, so there's an
Right.
empathy in there.
So understanding.
Has empathy and understanding. Okay. And can give inspiration. Okay, cool. All right, so that's it. So what I call this now, guys, I call this training the brain, right? And any of my students that we work through, they get the hang of that because when you start a new chat, you train the brain, train the brain, train the brain. And all you're doing is telling the AI, hey AI, I'm writing about this, my avatar is this, I'm writing the niche of this, and the tone I want you to write in is this. Okay, so that's the first part. Okay, so we'll run that. All right, I understand. Okay, the next part here is just another prompt. Now, again, I'm still kind of training the brain. I'm telling the brain what I'm going to be writing on, which is the Avatar Alchemist. So right now, I'm writing a document to understand everything you could possibly want to know about this person that you're writing the book for, okay? So, again, I'm training the brain. So
Right.
I'm telling it, hey, you're gonna be writing this worksheet, right? I'm gonna give you prompts, just respond with, I understand. Okay, that's a key thing too. Claude doesn't do it, they always give me a little bit longer, but sometimes chat will just say, most of the time chat will just say, I understand, right? And that's just prompting and prepping the AI to do what you want it to do, right? Write in long spurts, right? Do all of that. And so now, the next step here is I'm giving it a list of prompts, not just one prompt, okay? I'm actually gonna give it 31 different questions that I want answered about my avatar, right? The person I'm writing this book for, okay? So I can train it on all of this. Just command, copy, paste it over, boom, right there. Then here you go. I understand these prompts. Okay, now I know that AI is really good at writing 500 to 600 words. Claude, you can get up to 1,000, 2,000 characters, but most of the time, right, ChatGPT especially, you're only gonna ever be able to push it to 500 words, 600 words max. So what I do is I break up the writing in sections. If I know that a chapter is 2,000 words in a nonfiction book, right, I know that I'm gonna wanna break it up into, right, 4 sections of 500 words each, right? That's just what I find for writing really good copy. Otherwise, if you don't do that, ChatGPT is going to try to cram that chapter into 500 words, and you're going to get bad writing. Okay? So, boom. There we go. Okay, so now, right? Can you guys see this okay? So now it's answering the first 5 questions. And you tell me if this is kind of matching, right, what your expectation is for someone writing the book. Where do they live? Right? Do they have children? Right? What is my avatar's occupation? Okay, then, because I prompted it, right, it says, let me know when you're ready, continue with the next 5 set of questions. Yes. So, what is my avatar's occupation? My friend, you walk many miles in your work, blazing trails, shouldering burdens, bringing your best to task each day, your diligence and honors. Okay, so it's being a little poetic here.
Right.
I might ask it to actually be more specific. Right, what is this their favorite quote? The glory of young men is their strength, gray hair, the splendor of old. Right, what books do they read? Right, Thoreau. Let's do this. I'm going to ask it to be more specific. Okay, there we go. What books do they read? Being Mortal, The Power of Now, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, right? A man called Ove, I've never heard that one. Have you heard of any of these books?
No.
None of them? The 5 People You Meet in Heaven?
Nope, haven't read that yet.
Oh, okay. All right. The Power of Now. Anyone else seen read those? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, this is, but he's not the avatar. So
Right. Right. So again, we're trying to understand the person that we want to buy the book.
Yeah.
Right. So let me know the next set of questions. Please give me. Yeah. Sometimes you can be specific to a man or a woman. It's not, you don't always have to do that, right? What podcasts do they listen to? The Hilarious World of Depression, right? Radiolab, Fresh Air, The Moth. What blogs do they read, right? This is all you want to know because when you market your book to these people, right, these are going to be critical.
Look, it's meetup.com.
Oh, meetup.com, that's where they're at.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We
Cool.
are your own.
So the next set of questions.
Or research your family history on ancestry.com.
Right, my avatar finds meeting in AARP conferences. I don't know about that. Local church workshops, right? Senior centers, seminars, TED Talks, legacy-oriented retreat. Perfect. Okay. The other piece here is, right, what challenges are they dealing with?
Yeah.
Right? Tell me if this is right. List 10 of my avatar's needs or problems when primary goal. Right? when trying to help their elderly parent live joyfully.
All of them are correct.
All of them are correct.
All of them are correct.
Perfect.
Yeah.
See, this is what we want to know. Yes.
Wow, yeah, that's cool.
Right? What we'll even do beyond this, guys, is I'll run ads to those specific pain points to know which resonates with my audience the most, right? And so now I can really target, really specifically target, right, what they're going through. Hello, come on in.
Thanks.
Okay. Next set of questions, right? What are my avatar's top 10 goals and motivations when primary goal, right? To make each ordinary moment count. Time together as a gift. To nurture their parents' spirit. To celebrate the legacy they're leaving. To ensure they feel safe. To advocate for their needs. To create a community that values their wisdom.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good. So that's the goal here is when I bring someone up to do these, right, I want them to say, yes, this is it. This is the person I'm writing for. These are the problems they deal with. These are the struggles they are having, right? Because if you understand who you're writing the book for and what their problems are, you can write a really powerful book. It's the first step of writing a really powerful book is understand the needs and problems of who you're writing the book for. Cool?
Very cool.
Kind of cool, right?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Awesome.
And this is both fiction and nonfiction.
Nonfiction. Yeah.
Actually-
Yeah, I mean, understanding who you're writing the book for in fiction is key too, but there's a lot more that goes into fiction. You're writing beats. I mean, it's a totally different animal, right? This is really, really specific to nonfiction books. Final set of questions. Right, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. So there you go. What are their values and priorities? How do they make buying decisions? What are their demographics and psychographics? How can I build trust and credibility? How can I tailor my marketing? Right? What products can I come up with? When you're thinking about a product behind your book, AI is really good at giving you that data, right? Because it understands what you're doing, who you're writing to, what their needs are, what their problems are.
Yeah, that's come out really good.
So that's just the start. Now, what I always do at the end here is I have AI paraphrase all of that information and kind of rewrite my avatar niche primary goal. Right, primary goal. So now it's taking all that information that we just did, paraphrasing it into what I call variables, right? And so now I can take this list and train any AI to write the same book or write content around that book, right? Any AI now will understand who you're writing the book for, the tone that you're writing in, the niche that you're writing in, and the person that you're writing to. So you take that, you can plug that into any AI tool, and now you can kind of continue in that same style. There's differences, obviously, between like Claude and ChatGPT and Llama 2 or any of the other ones that you use. But I like to, a lot of my students now have this, and we go, hey, what's your avatar? What's your niche? What's your primary goal? Tone, da-da-da-da-da, and they know that. And so they can get consistent writing no matter what tool that they're using. Cool?
Fascinating.
And I will send this to you. We're not done yet. Hang on. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, once you're done here, I'm going to skip Tone Master.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'll be starting a new chat. I want to generate some titles, some sample titles. So, okay, what we'll do is I'm going to grab this. Right, and I will email this to you as well, so you have the start of your new
That'd be cool.
book. Okay, so now we're going to grab this. I'm going to start a new chat. So again, I'll post that in there.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to take this first part here. Paste that in. Okay, tone. Right? And then the author, I'm going to paste you as the author now. Right? Equals, and then
It's S-A-J-O-L.
S-A-J-O-L. What's your last name?
G-H-O.
G-H-O.
S-H-A-L.
S-H-A-L. Okay. Got it. So now I'm training the AI again, a new chat. Boom. I understand, right? Now I'm going to train it on a bunch of different title styles, right, for this book. So some of them, I won't go through each one: alliteration, descriptive style, provocative style, problem solution style, metaphorical style, question style, numerical style. So a bunch of different ways you can get a title. All right, again, just plop that right in. Boom.
So you pasted all those options in?
Yeah,
Okay,
it just
okay.
gave the pasted text.
Right.
Okay, again, it says, I understand the title styles that you have,
Okay.
right? And then the next prompt, right there. Right, use the title ideas. Write me 32 titles with subtitle ideas for the book, written for avatar to reach, primary goal, right? In the book's niche, right? Again. So now we're gonna get the titles for your book.
Get ready.
So there you go, right? Potential titles could be Powerful Presence, Nurturing Connections During Life's Final Chapters, The Sunset Years, The Autumn Breeze, right? 365 Days of Meaning. Oh, these are actually pretty good. The Art of Cherishing, right? Let's look at this. Inspirational Style, Ignite Your Soul, The Art of Attention, Gentle Presence, The Caregiving Playbook. I love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that one's good.
that's a good one. Let's go with this one. Let's say we love that one.
Okay.
The Caregiving Playbook. So now I'm going to write the outline for your book. Okay, so now I'm just entering the title in. Right there. The Caregiving Playbook, Strategies Providing Loving Support. Right, you'll be writing a blurb. Right, now, let's get it. No, we did this wrong. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Okay, so now let's get the blurb for the book. The Caregiving Playbook, Strategies Providing Loving Support. Right? Caring for an aging parent in declining health is one of life's most emotionally complex journeys. How do you provide loving support while managing your own stresses? The Caregiving Playbook is the essential guide for navigating... Oh, I missed it. Okay. The Caregiving Playbook is an essential guide for navigating the roller coaster of caregiving with compassion and grace. An estimated 53 Americans are currently caring for an adult relative, spending an average of 24 hours per week
Wow.
providing care. Would you say that's...
Amazing. Oh, yeah,
That's
exactly
Wow.
correct.
Wow.
Those numbers are...
So
That's checking
who this
back
book
is
is
you.
for, right?
That's you.
Adult children juggling caregiving demands with their own family and work responsibilities. Spouses looking for the best way to assist their partner while caring for themselves. Anyone seeking strategies for providing meaningful support with empathy. What you will learn: time-tested techniques, the science-backed approach to nurturing mind, body, and spirit, proven methods to simulate joy and legacy during quality time. Don't tackle caregiving alone. Arm yourself with the Caregiving Playbook.
Very nice.
Does that sound like a
That's
book you would want to read?
fantastic. Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing.
It is, huh?
That's you. I haven't seen
There's your book right there.
that. Damn.
Right, and then, okay, write the book blurb. Now we're kind of putting it all together. So now I'm asking it, the AI, to rewrite again the avatar niche, primary goal, tone, title, author, and blurb.
Okay.
Right, so again, now you have this,
The whole
what I
thing.
call train a brain,
Right.
right? You have it all in one, ready to go and write a book, right, wherever you go.
Right.
So here you go, you can, I'll copy this and get this over to you as well. Let's do one last thing though. Okay, now, because I know writing nonfiction, there's about 10 writing styles that are best for writing nonfiction. So who wants to see the first chapter of this book?
Come
Like to
on.
see that?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just always amazed by this.
You don't get it at the first time.
And then when that book goes to, bestseller and launch on Amazon, right? And it's all done
That's a
through
good
this.
niche too.
Yeah,
That's good.
Somebody's
Yeah.
waiting for that book.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think so.
Do you ever
So-
run into issues with like running out of tokens or anything?
No, I mean, I definitely pay for all the premium. Who said that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, ChatGPT, you can use 3.5. I would use 4 and Claude 2. So here is, guys, this is how I write good nonfiction books, okay? There's certain things that need to be included in good nonfiction books. There's a ton of ChatGPT prompts you can find to write a book, and they're all shitty. And it's because they're not inserting your personal story, your own brand, like your story, right? Things that make the book unique, right? They're just trying to get a one click and it write a book for you. And I'm not about that, right? I'm really about writing books that serve humanity, that resonate with an audience, and that you can, that provide value and can get to bestseller, right? And you have to write a good book in order to do that. So, right here, so now we're gonna get the outline for your book. Okay, I'm gonna remove this because we didn't go into tone. So here, where you see this blank tone, I would go in and develop your own tone and call it the Sojo tone, right? And then we'd be referring to the Sojo tone throughout the book, right? I skipped over that because of time. But yeah, we develop your own tone so that you have in all your writing, all your marketing sounds the same, all your emails sound the same, text messages go out, sound the same, you want it to all be there. Okay, so now using, did I miss one?
Did you make an outline?
Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so here's the outline for his book. Right, chapters 1 through 6. So the writing style, narrative, literary devices you're going to use are metaphor and imagery, right? Book references to include in the writing, being mortal, movie references, the notebook, personal story, a bittersweet memory of a road trip with a parent now in declining health, potential world event to increase in your have in your writing, increased life expectancy leading to more people living with age-related conditions, right? And then sections 1 through 4 of that chapter, receiving the caregiving call, understanding the emotional road ahead, appreciating the precious moments along the way, establishing caregiving values and priorities, right? And so now, again, we're including into the writing of the chapter all of these things. So we would swap out personal story and make it your own personal story to make the book your own, right? And then we would expand on any of your expert teaching in these sections, right? So we would expand on those, and then we would start writing your chapters.
Right.
Cool.
That's neat, yeah, very fast.
So what you're saying is based upon this, you would enter your own personal story in there.
Yeah.
And then you would, under each section, kind of hit some key points.
Yeah.
That you would like to emphasize.
Absolutely, yeah. You being the expert, right? You insert your expertise inside of this outline and we make it your own. So personal stories, I'm recording you a lot of times. We're using AI. I'm recording you and then we're transcribing those personal stories, entering those into the book. And then when AI writes it, it has so much to go off of your own expertise. It writes amazing books. And that's really truly the secret of us versus anyone else for writing books that can sell.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
So you use this plan and for every chapter you write your story and to ask ChatGPT help me to do it better for this style, yeah? And ChatGPT rewrites your every story which you write, yeah?
Yeah, so the process from here, we take this, we put this into Microsoft or Google Docs, right? And then we edit the personal story, right? And then I'll just show you guys the prompts because you'll see. And then from there, right, the chapter evolution, we're putting it all together. So avatar, niche, primary goal, tone, title, author, blurb, right? The outline I want you to train on, we're training it on the outline that you've refined and made your own, right? So you're taking your expertise and editing that in, then you're training it on the outline. You can then train it on existing content. Let's say you have a blog or a chapter already or just any existing content. You can train it on existing content. You train it on the summaries that you want if you're doing that. This is a little buggy though. I don't use this a lot. And then here's the prompt for chapters, right? So 4,000 word chapters, it never really gets to 4,000 words. We'll break it up into sections, but yeah, we're expanding on it from there. So really, really quickly, right, you can have a book.
Awesome,
Cool.
terrific.
Are you excited for your new book?
Oh, yeah.
I will get this, I'll get your email, I'll make sure to get this over to you,
Okay,
okay?
thanks.
Cool.
So,
Questions?
What's that? I'll send the prompts out to everyone.
one of the questions is how do you make it your own versus sounding like everybody else is
Right.
using that? And it's those personal stories and
Yeah.
adding their own expertise, et cetera. The second thing I wonder is in terms of just ownership of IP, is there any risk that you have
Yeah, so
around
there's a
something-
lot-
pulling in something that is IP of somebody else already? And
I mean, I haven't seen that yet, right? But there's a lot coming out with just the copyright, the US copyright on AI content. And so that'll kind of flesh out. I haven't seen any issues with it so far, but it is, right? What we do here is we're inserting a lot of your voice into these books, and your own expertise. So I would think that, and the attorneys that we've talked to say, you're fine, right? Where you're gonna get into trouble is if you click once and it writes a book and you say, oh, this is all mine, right? But this is no different than using a ghostwriter. I have a ghostwriter on my staff. I've worked with ghostwriters in my career, right? They're asking these same questions, right? It's the same process. I've just taken the ghostwriting process and I've insert AI into that process as well. Cool? Yeah.
So this is pretty amazing.
Thank you.
When you start injecting in your thoughts and expertise, what have you find the optional or optimal length of it? Because for example, if you have one teaching that can be told in an hour or told in 3 sentences,
Right.
What have you find the optimal length to? Because obviously, if you go too much, probably it's gonna,
Yeah, so I've seen, we enter, with Claude it's a lot easier. We enter in entire chapters and then summarize those, but 1,000 words, 2,000 words, you're okay, right? Cool. Who wishes now that they would have come up here and had their book done?
Yeah, it always does that.
Yeah.
Where can we find these prompts?
So,
I can help, if you want me to help you with these.
let me do, I'll just do a quick QR code, okay? And then you can get access
And
to
we
it.
can find it there, yeah.
Okay, yeah, let me just do that real quick.
And you can use it for other things. If you're gonna
Yeah.
develop a product, the avatar audience is amazing, because
Yeah.
you need the avatar for anything. So knowing who you're talking to.
So,
I use it on everything. I mean now, ever since
So
I learned it.
I will put it up at the end. I'll just work on this, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, yeah, who thinks that's pretty cool for writing a book? Yeah! Come on! So now you have your book, okay? Now you have your book. What's next?
Book tour.
Right?
Yes. Visionary.
I like it. I like
Is
it.
that
So,
correct? We only have
yeah, no, it's good.
10
This
or
will,
15
yeah,
minutes.
let's take that
Okay.
time.
So
I'm good at this. I've done
Good,
it before.
okay.
So one thing you guys got to know, right? Every 2 of 3 books are sold on Amazon. Every 2 out of 3 books in the world are sold on Amazon. And Amazon is stealing your money. Right? I'll say this to Jeff Bezos too. I say it on TikToks all the time. So this is from my last personal book launch. Bestseller in all categories. Total 281 sales, right? Which is pretty not giant, but enough to hit bestseller, right? Look at that, my royalties right there, 35 cents. Total royalties for a best-selling book, huge achievement, right? 35 cents.
Wow.
Right? It's insane. It's insane that people expect to do all this work, writing, launching, publishing their book. They spend years, months pouring their blood, sweat, and tears, right? And their soul, a piece of their soul. I truly feel that with a lot of people that write books, into their books, and they publish to Amazon, and they're sold this bag of goods, right? They're sold this bag of goods, oh, I'll become a bestseller, do the works, and then they get that, right? It's heartbreaking. And that's why I do what I do. So, but let's say I'm selling this in my own funnel. So the big problem with Amazon is that you can't upsell, you can't downsell, you can't retarget your customers, you don't know who bought your book, so you can't send them a thank you, you can't tell them about your next book, right? You're trapped. Amazon doesn't share any of that shit with you. So it's impossible to build a 6 or 7 figure business using Amazon. Now, caveat to this, we still launch on Amazon, we still make you a best-selling author, but we then sell your book in your own funnel. One thing for those of you who saw the Alex Hormozy book launch, right? When you bought his book at the end of the launch, where did you buy it? Does anyone remember? His own website, right? Did you know his book with all those sales was still not listed on the New York Times? Right? It's on Amazon. It'll probably be a bestseller on Amazon. Sure it is. Right? But it's not in the New York Times, right? Because he sold in his own funnel. He doesn't give a fuck about any of that. Right? The goal is to get the contacts, get the data, upsell, downsell. His whole goal is getting people to fill out that acquisition.com form. Right? Getting people that have $1 million businesses so he can invest in them. That's his whole goal. So let's say we're selling in our funnel, those 281 book sales, free book download, or let's say 10 book sales a day, right, for 30 days. Say 20% of them convert on our one-click upsell. Who's seen those little things when you're checking out that says, add on, right, this thing for $17, that's a one-click upsell, right? 20%, they convert at 20 to 30%. So you have now 56 sales of your audiobook, right, for $7, so that equals $392. That's already an increase of $1,000 or 1,000% over what I did on Amazon, right there. Let's say I convert 10% of those people into my $297 a month coaching program. Now I'm at $8,300 a month. That's how you build a 6 or 7 figure business, right, from your book. It's not on Amazon, it's selling on your own funnel. Multiply this by 12. Right at the end of the year, you're at $100K a month. All this from 10 sales a day. To be a millionaire, you need 300 people paying you $287 a month. Lots of people don't know that math, right? It's like, oh, that's achievable, right? 300 people paying you $287 a month, that's $86,000 a month. You're now a millionaire, right? That's doable with a coaching program. It's not easy, right? But it's doable. So there is another way, right? One Book Millionaire. The One Book, and I love AI just for this specific fact. The One Book Millionaire system is kryptonite to Amazon's monopoly, right? So how do you get to that status, right? $50, $60, $70, $80,000 a month, right? Behind your book, you need workbooks, audiobooks, podcasts, merchandise, membership sites, coaching program, a little more expensive here, right? Certifications that you can do, speaking engagements, conferences, retreats, high ticket sales, one-on-one coaching, right? This is how you build the business behind your book. Here's all the ways, you can grab the picture there. This is how all of those people I told you, this is how they built their $1 million businesses. This is how I teach people to build 6 and 7 figure businesses. It's with all of these. And when I talk about leveraging AI, we use all of these to leverage AI. Good person to talk to as well is Andrew. If you're a course creator, I'm giving you a shout out, bro. Andrew leverages AI to create courses, right? Digital courses, digital products. He's a pro at it. So he will be a speaker here too, but we do this. This is all we talk about all the time, is how to do this. Right? So if you're going to write one book that will change someone's life forever, what is it? Does anyone have an idea? If you can write one book that will change one person's life forever, what would it be? Anyone want to share? Sharon.
To show people how to manifest their true reality.
I love it. Manifest your true reality.
And create prosperity in your life.
Okay.
You know, is that
Well, when
specific?
are you gonna come write it with me?
It's all about, well,
I love you. So here at the One Book Millionaire, we write bestsellers, right? These are all bestsellers I've done this year. I'll do about 30 bestsellers this year, right? Ernesto Gerardo, he wrote a creative nonfiction bestseller in all categories, audiobook complete with AI. Now we're launching to his own funnel, right? We got the bestseller. We're launching to his own funnel so he can start, right, building the 7-figure brand.
I know Ernesto. I don't know the events.
Oh, yeah.
He's into like investing in like all that.
At real estate, yeah. He's from Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah, he's a buddy of mine.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
cool guy.
good dude. Ryan V, #1 bestseller in the financial category, which is hard to hit, right? He wanted to write a book for 5 years. He never wrote more than 10 pages in college. Post book launch, he was able to quit his 9-to-5 job and turned it into a full-time business. Right? Justin James, he wrote an ebook in one of my book challenges in 1 week. He sent it out to his email list that weekend with a cover he designed on Canva, and he made 2 high-ticket sales that weekend because this is an email list that he had already been tapping on, but because he just wrote a book and now was an authority, they trusted his opinion more, and these are people he had already emailed, right? But they were like, oh, you have a book. Oh, what's your high-ticket product? And they bought his high-ticket product, made thousands of dollars in 1 weekend from literally just writing a book. Right, so we use One Book Millionaire system to create cover concepts, right? So these are all cover designs we started with. From there, we turn them into best-selling book covers. We use the One Book Millionaire system to create high-performing Facebook ads. So engaging images that we can run on Facebook, right? This crazy guy, we actually did really well with that, right? Doing the challenge, right? Ads that get 10 and 20 cent clicks because we're using AI. We use the One Book Millionaire system to do an audiobook. So I wish I had a speaker here to play, but I'll just play it from this is the audiobook that I did. I never read this, okay? Just play it. Chapter 4, 2 minutes, stream of consciousness writing. As writers, we often find ourselves stuck, unable to come up with new ideas for our book. This is not my voice, right? I trained AI on it, about a 5-minute recording. It's actually with this guy's tool right here. Stream of consciousness writing. Write down your thoughts as they come into your mind. Did I lose it? Without any editing or judgment. It is a way to let your mind wander freely. So again, used AI to train it on my voice, right? Posted that to Audible, right? Got it to bestseller with an audiobook, right? And about 5 minutes of speaking time, right? Training the AI. It's crazy. This used to cost $5,000 to $6,000 to do an audiobook, months of time, recording in a studio, recording booth, right? It was crazy. So now I can do it in minutes using AI. And it's only getting better. This is just the start for audio and training. I mean, what Ryan's doing here, right? So talk to these two guys. What Ryan's doing here with audio and voice training is nuts. So there'll also be speakers. So we use AI to create event landing pages, right, for book launches. We use it to create entire book funnels for your book, right? We use it to create your marketing. This is a marketing tool that I just developed, right, where we take your product and your book summary, and then you choose your branding here, and right there you choose your themes as well. And then we generate the posts for you, right? So you can put your entire book in there, and then we generate social media posts for you. You can edit those posts, and then when you approve the post, we schedule them and post them across all your social media accounts. So if you want to access that site, we're in beta right now. It's called mymarky.ai, MYMARKY.ai. MyMarky. 30 days of content in 5 minutes is the tool.
Yeah.
You're here's all this, right? All these slides?
Huh? Yeah, I think we'll maybe send them out if we can.
What do you need?
Send slides out.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Well,
send
he and I
slides and
will
recording.
coordinate afterwards. If you're on,
Cool.
I mean, maybe we'll just post it on that
Yeah.
Meetup That's what we do, and you can access it.
Okay, we'll post everything on the Meetup so you guys have access to everything, don't worry. Okay?
We'll make sure it gets.
So, cool. And then,
You can post on your social media too, like
yeah,
internet.
I'll post it. So, we use One Book Millionaire system to, right, create viral videos as well. So taking your existing content, right, this is a couple examples, 200,000, almost a million, right, we're using AI tools to break down your videos. Right, stock image generation. Right, that's nuts. I mean, it looks insanely real. Right, infographics. This is all possible with AI. Mascots. Theme image generation. So how do you keep your images consistent, right, when using AI? Keep them looking in the same theme so you can use them inside of your website. Last but not least, we use the One Book Millionaire system to ghostwrite best-selling books. That's what we do.
So we send you summaries of our stories, do you read?
I can create a book from it.
Worth it or not?
Yeah, absolutely. So who wants a birthday present today? So I told you I would give you a birthday present today out of everything else I'm giving you guys. The biggest hurdle, right, for you launching your brand and business is just writing that damn book. Okay? That's it. So I wanted to give you something really, really special today. So if I were to offer to write your entire book for you, ghostwrite your entire book for you, a book that you can use to launch your 7-figure business, a book that can build your brand to new heights, how much do you think that would cost? You don't have to answer. Well, right now, my only package with ghostwriting in it is 2 payments of 10 or 1 payment of $15,000. Right, that's the only package that I have. Or 1 payment of 15. But that's not really a surprise, right? For this, that's not really a surprise. If you were to hire someone else to ghostwrite your book, what do you think that would cost? Based on Readsy data, where you hire most ghostwriters, right, they can range from anywhere from 10 cents, which is cheap garbage book, to $2 per word. Per word. Okay, $35 to $140 an hour, $140 an hour, or up to $42,000 per project. At the cheapest, 10 cents a word, your book is $4,000 to just ghostwrite your book. $4,000. But that's also not a really good surprise. So to make my birthday now your birthday, right?
It's free, yeah.
To write your entire book using my ghostwriter on my staff and myself and AI, of course, is not $4,000. Is not $2,000. It's $997 for us to write your entire book for you.
Wow.
Using AI, or 4 payments of $350 if you really want a book. This is absolutely the way to do that. So this offer ends tomorrow at 11:59. I have the links here. Let's say you want to launch your book after, you want to launch bestseller, you want to do the thing, right? I will apply it to my full launch package, no problem. So that's up there. If you want to get access to it, $997 payment or $350 a month for 4 months, right? Or if you want to just chat more, you can book a call with me at theonebookmillionaire.com/publishing. Cool?
Yay!
All right.
Come on!
Thanks, guys. Any questions?
Can I have you scoot over to the left a little bit? You're good to look at.
Cool. Any other questions? Yeah.
I did have a question about, like, kind of, once it's written, how you used AI in terms of like the editing process. So you mentioned like you want to like have the tone and then have the tone for like
Right.
section. Like,
Right.
Is there a way that you can like edit for like fluff? Because sometimes it's just a little wordy, or sometimes it's like
Yeah.
might be hallucinating.
No, you're absolutely right. So the way we do it is I'm still heavy with ghostwriting involved, right? And so the way you'll work with my ghostwriter and myself is you will you'll edit, you'll read what they wrote, you'll edit for fluff or anything you don't want to see, and then we also send to an editor. Right, a professional editor. I work with the best editors in the world, so your book will still be professionally edited. I think you have to, right? You got to get other eyes on it. You got to get a professional looking at it. We still use professional cover designers. We still use traditional editors as well. So, cool. Any other questions? Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about pricing for the overall package?
Yeah, so what we do in the overall package, here, let me just see. Okay, let me pull this up. So what we do in the overall package is we start with a ghostwrite, we then go into cover testing, cover design. Facebook ads is a big part of our business. So in order to create a business for you and hand you a business over, right, we need to test Facebook ad. I need to know that your cover design will get clicks, right? I need to know that your pain points will attract clicks. So when I talk about Facebook ads, that's a big part. So cover design, full cover design, editing, formatting your book, audiobook comes with the entire package as well. Gosh, I know I'm missing a bunch. Funnel design, funnel building, right? Email automations, text message automations, right? True Facebook, like Facebook ad creative testing, and then the bestseller launch of your book. So that package that I showed up there, you will be a best-selling author. But I would recommend too, if you want to discuss that more, book a call with me, and I can get into the details of that. But I'm basically what I'm doing is I'm launching your book to bestseller on Amazon. Then I'm building you a business, right? That you can run Facebook ads to your book, get sales of your book, and then sell your coaching or whatever it is on the back end, right? Your products on the back end. So that's all done for you. Book ghostwriting, cover design, formatting, editing, funnel design, bestseller book launch, so your book will be on Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, full distribution, worldwide distribution, right? It'll have the opportunity to be in bookstores as well, right? That's what comes with that full entire package. Audiobook, the works. Cool. So, yeah, like I said, if you go to the onebookmillionaire.com/publishing, right, you can book a call with me and we can discuss it further. Or anyone else that wants to discuss the larger package, right, I'm happy to. I have limited spacing though, so I am particular about who I work with, right? And so, but if that's something you know you want to do, definitely book a call with me. Huh. Stop working? There we go. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so the one book. Okay, well, you see it, or we can talk after. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
Hey, guys, you know, if it was me, I have to tell you, it's your birthday. You can't go your whole birthday without happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zachariah. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, before everybody leaves, I just want to make a quick announcement. On October 16th, there's going to be a new Meetup event happening. I'm going to be hosting a lifestyle for digital nomads here at Capital Factory. So from 6 to 8 every third Monday here at Capital Factory. It'll probably be on the 16th floor, but it should show up on the calendar sometime next week, and you can register for that. But it's basically going to cover the lifestyle like digital nomads, how to deal with insurance, how to deal with visa issues, how to deal with travel arrangements, all the stuff that is not glamorous about the digital nomad lifestyle, but it goes into also like how to find work, how to streamline the business, and how to basically work from your laptop anywhere in the world. So, yeah. So it's every third Monday, but this one will be on October 16th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it'll be on the 16th floor.
That's will be the 16th floor.
Yeah. Live.
And it will be in the schedule.
Yes. Yeah. It's going to show up next week.
We'll call you then. For sure.
Circle that back into.
I know the courses. He does. AI technologies. Audi is one of them that does the audio.
Oh, okay, that's fine. This is something cool.
So you get to the bathroom? Yeah. Well, you know, where it was him talking, I was reading a book.
Yeah, so it's like a competitor. It's like a competitor to your just other that was yours. Yeah, so it's like the script does it. It's like this is part of your computer. Yeah.
Actually, no, that's not true. I have written a couple books, not like.
Really? Yeah, I have a podcast for AI tools and trends. I would love to.
So I said it before.
A lot of people are in that. At least in section. Fighting that.
It's one of those things. Yeah, but I think
More offensive energy, but
But that really sounds great because I think there's an opportunity for a podcast of
Presentation skills, public speaking. Because I mostly work with like